if a global conflict like World War III ever began, which places on Earth would be the safest? In a world filled with nuclear weapons, military alliances, and long-range missiles, geography alone is no longer enough to guarantee safety. But according to many analysts and survival experts, a few countries still offer significant advantages. From isolation and natural protection to food security and political neutrality, let's explore 5 countries often considered among the safest places in the world during a global war scenario. At number 5 is New Zealand. Located deep in the South Pacific Ocean, New Zealand is thousands of kilometers away from most major military powers. This geographical isolation makes it extremely difficult for large-scale military operations to reach the country quickly. But distance isn't the only advantage. New Zealand also has strong agriculture, abundant freshwater resources, and a relatively small population compared to its land area. These factors make it more capable of sustaining itself even if global supply chains were disrupted. At number 4 is Iceland. Iceland sits alone in the North Atlantic Ocean between Europe and North America. Unlike most European countries, it has no land borders with any other nation. Its remote location and small population reduce the likelihood of becoming a major military target. Iceland also relies heavily on renewable energy, including geothermal and hydroelectric power, meaning it could maintain energy independence even during global instability. Number 3 belongs to Switzerland. For centuries, Switzerland has maintained a policy of neutrality in global conflicts. But neutrality alone isn't its only strength. The country is built for defense. Surrounded by the towering Alps, Switzerland has developed one of the most sophisticated civil defense systems in the world. In fact, it is famous for having enough underground bunkers and shelters to protect nearly its entire population. Combined with strong infrastructure and political stability, Switzerland remains one of the most secure nations in times of crisis. At number 2 is Australia. Australia is not only an island, it's an entire continent. Its vast size, low population density, and distance from many global conflict zones give it strategic advantages. The country also possesses enormous natural resources, including energy, minerals, and agricultural land. This means Australia has the potential to remain largely self-sufficient if international trade were disrupted during a global conflict. And at number 1 is Argentina. Located in the southern part of South America, Argentina sits far from many of the world's primary military flashpoints. The country also has vast farmland, enormous freshwater reserves, and relatively low population density. Some regions, particularly in southern Argentina and Patagonia, are among the most remote populated areas on Earth. These geographical and agricultural advantages make Argentina one of the places analysts often consider safer during extreme global crises. Of course, predicting the future of global conflict is impossible. Modern warfare involves cyber attacks, satellites, and long-range weapons that can reach almost anywhere on the planet. But geography, resources, and political neutrality can still play a major role in determining which countries might be more resilient during global instability. And if history has taught us anything, it's that the safest places are often the ones far away from the world's biggest conflicts.